starting to go brown, and I'm... Hey there, friends. Welcome back to my cozy corner of the internet. Today we are diving into a little bit of everything. Some cleaning, some cooking, and a whole lot of fun. Grab your favorite drink, crank up the volume, and let's tackle this together. One mess and meal at a time. Ready? Let's get started right here, right now. I'm going a little rouge today and using Castile soap without diluting it. Total rebel move, right? It's almond scented and I'm absolutely obsessed with how amazing it smells. Plus, it makes cleaning a breeze. It cuts through all the grease and grime on my stove and counters like magic. Hey, do you guys remember when I told you that I went all in and bought 50 Bar Mops from Amazon? Well, turns out that was a total boss move. These cloths are fantastic, and now I never have to worry about running out of cleaning cloths before the day's cleaning is done. I like to be totally transparent. These dishes, before I started, were not stacked. I stacked them up to save a little bit of time and just to lessen the mess a little bit. It's kind of embarrassing. There's a lot of dishes. So let's get going. Not making anything yet except clean dishes. Okay, so I totally spaced and forgot to hit record while loading the dishwasher. Classic me. You miss the fun of dealing with those glasses that have the dried on milk. But let me tell you, moments like this remind me why I love my dishwasher so much. It makes tackling those nasty messes so worth having it around, especially when I've got a million other dishes to do. As far as the rest of the dishes, there were so many that I just decided to wash them by hand. I needed them done and out of the way. Greg went a little wild and bought every single cup they had on clearance at Walmart. They were just 10 cents each. I'm still on the fence about having so many. On one hand, we'll never have to hunt for a cup again, There's always one within reach, but seriously, he bought them all. You have a spot for them, but there are just so many. I had to bring my fan out to the kitchen today because the humidity just won't quit. I can't decide if it wants to be summer or fall. I'm so over summer. I'm over here cleaning and trying not to melt at the same time. Who needs a sauna when you live in Northern Maine, right? But on a brighter note, my flamingo flower plant is absolutely loving the humidity. She is thriving in all her humid tropical glory. Remember the corn from yesterday? Well, surprise! Those two videos, this one and the one from yesterday, are actually from the same night. Now you get to see the part where I finished prepping the corn for the freezer. The dishwasher is on its last 1 minute, and I am on my last pan. I'd say I won, right? Before freezing fresh corn on the cob, it must be parboiled for 4 minutes. After 4 minutes, remove and cool. When my glasses were done in the dishwasher, I gave them an extra rinse, just because I'd used a bit more dishwasher soap this time to tackle the extra nastiness in them. It was nothing more than precautionary. Now it's time to tackle the laundry area. Let me tell you, it's overdue. I'm sure you can all tell I've been slacking a bit here. Okay, maybe a lot. To this day, it's still a huge catch-all for everything, but I digress. Today's the day to finally get it back in shape, so let's just dive in and make it manageable once again. My daughter-in-law gave me these two adorable pictures to add to the laundry area, and I'm absolutely in love with them. They're just the perfect touch to brighten up the space and make it feel a bit more cheerful. I can't wait to hang them up and give the laundry room even more personality. It's those small, thoughtful touches that make a room feel special, don't you think? I'm just about to throw in a load of whites and get them washed. I've been really trying to stay on top of things by doing at least one load of laundry every day. It makes such a difference in keeping the piles from getting out of control. Today, I'm using all detergent. We gave the free and clear version of Priorex a try, hoping it would help with Greg's hives, but unfortunately, he hated it, and it didn't make a bit of difference anyway with his skin. So, it's back to the regular stuff for us. Does anyone else throw the laundry detergent cap into the washing machine and give it a good clean? I do it all the time until I either misplace the cap or it ends up breaking, which has happened. It's such a convenient way to keep the cap from getting all sticky or chunky with leftover detergent. But I've got to admit, I've had my fair share of moments where I'm looking for that missing cap only to realize it's tumbling around in the dryer. Alright, here we go. My corn has cooled down just enough so it's time to get it packed up and ready for the freezer. There's nothing better than having farm fresh corn on hand even in the middle of the winter. I'm sealing it up with my Nesco vacuum sealer, which is a game changer for keeping food fresh much longer. The flavor and texture stay so much better this way. I'm also going to seal up my peas while I'm at it to keep them stored until the rest of them are ready to pick. It feels great knowing that we'll have a little taste of summer stashed away for those cold days when summer is long gone. Greg requested breakfast for dinner, and since that's always a hit with Bella, it was an easy decision. Breakfast for dinner it is. I'm keeping things simple tonight by using a complete pancake mix that I've been loyal to for nearly 25 years. Wow, that is a long time. But when you find something that works, you stick with it. I'll also be whipping up some frozen sausage patties to go along with the pancakes. Everything's going on the griddle, which is perfect because it means fewer dishes for me to wash later. There's just something comforting about a breakfast spread for dinner, and I love how it brings everyone to the table with smiles. Since I'm making a second batch of pancakes along with the sausage, I'm getting my oven warmed up to 200 degrees. This way I can keep everything nice and toasty while I finish cooking. There's nothing worse than serving cold pancakes or sausage, especially when you're trying to enjoy a cozy breakfast for dinner meal. By keeping the oven on low, I can ensure everything stays warm and ready to serve all at once. It's a little extra step, but it does make a big difference in keeping the meal delicious and warm and ready to go. Here's an easy tip. Here's a super easy tip for warming up your syrup. Just place the bottle in a deep bowl of hot water for about 10 minutes or so. It's a simple trick, but it works wonders. The syrup won't get too hot, but it'll be perfectly warmed. Just right for pouring over your pancakes or waffles. This method is great because you don't have to worry about overheating the syrup in a microwave or on the stovetop, which can sometimes make it too runny or even burn. Plus, it keeps the syrup texture smooth and silky, making your breakfast that much more enjoyable. Time to eat, guys! I'm going to fix a plate for Greg, and then everyone else will come to make their own plates before heading to the table. You know what? I think Mama needs a good old-fashioned dinner bell, like the ones they have on farms to let everyone know that it's time to eat. Just a quick ring and everybody will come running to the table. Maybe I should invest in one. It might save me from having to round everybody up every night, and save my voice from having to scream. We're sticking to a bit of a budget right now, so we had to make a few adjustments to our usual grocery list. Normally we go for the real maple syrup. There's nothing quite like it. But this time the cheaper stuff will have to do. With the cost of food being so high these days, we've had to let go of a few splurges here and there. It's all about making smart choices and stretching our dollars where we can. As much as I miss the taste of pure maple syrup, sometimes you just have to be practical and make a few sacrifices. I peeled 3 of my bananas that were starting to go brown, and I'm going to mash them up and freeze them so that when I make banana nut muffins, my bananas are already there and they will be ready for baking. And that way I don't lose the fruit that I paid for by letting it sit and go bad. And the fruit flies are extra terrible this year, so I want to get these out of my kitchen and stop them from trying to come have a snack. I'm not going to mash these super fine because when I bake, they'll get much more mashed up. But I'm sure you all know that you can freeze a mashed up banana to use later on for baking, or to add to your morning oatmeal, or whatever you like. They will not look beautiful, but they will certainly... I don't have a bowl, so I'm going to have to find a cover for this. I don't have a freezer bag, is what I meant. So I'm going to take these and toss them. Wrong cover. So I'm going to toss these in my freezer.
When the night comes across